It don't matter. Run it. Go scream. Cut. Good. Good. Shuffle up. We wait. You get it. Go. Good. Cut. Good. Good. Look. Boom. Wait. Boom. Cut. Good. Back good. Cut. How he is? I want to get Ronde in the game 101. Ronde down the block. On the block, Ronde. Okay? We didn't get that because we should be over here. Come on, Ronde, straight with him. Shove cut hard. Boom. Hey, don't shove cut if you don't look for the ball. Come back. Ain't no need to cut if you're not going to look for the ball. They still have the ball in his hand. We want you to shove cut and look for the ball. Come on. Hard. Boom. You ain't get it. All right. Drill. Come on, Jay.
We live on Who's Mizzou Network, who I had the opportunity to speak with today.
Rob, Nick, and T.Roosevelt basketball.
Coach Rob, man, it's that time of the year again, basketball season. You know, what's the upcoming season goals, man?
I mean, the goals stay the same. Want to get every senior to the next level, opportunity to play at the college level. Here at the Milk House, get back to the city championship, the DCIAA championship game, and have a chance to play on that one night for all the marbles. And get a state berth and go to the States and play for a chance to get back to Verizon Center or, you know, St. John's, where they have the championship. I mean, not St. John's, I mean Verizon Center or Catholic University, where they have the venue they have the championship at. So always the States, always the DCIAA title, and making sure every kid I have in my program go to the next level.
This KP, speaking of the DCIAA title, say on record say you've been an 8 in the last 9 years. Can you speak on that?
It's hard, like I tell people, it's hard to get to one championship game, but I think to be able to go to 8 in the last 9 years is an incredible feat for this program. We've had a lot of kids playing this program, a lot of different teams, but you gotta understand the consistency of going to 8 championship games in the last 9 years. That's hard to do. People been talking about that with LeBron James' situation. He's been to 8 finals in a row, and I always try to put that together to understand here that every year, the last 8 years out of the last 9, we've had an opportunity to play for everything, and that won't change. We've had some transfers. We've had some transfers in, but the program is still the Milk House and it's still Theodore Roosevelt basketball, and we're going to prepare to be able to play on the last day of the season.
Gotcha. What are some things you all did in the offseason to prepare you or to get you all back to the DCIAA title game?
With me, I've always been a pressure guy, but I went to a couple of clinics this summer to work on playing zone defenses, and I think I've gotten better at doing that over the last couple of years, dealing with some of the size and things that we have to deal with, not only in the DCIAA, but on going to St. Louis and playing against some nationally ranked teams last year. That zone helped me playing against bigger teams. I would never change my style of play. It's pressure 94 feet. You just saw us work on it today a little bit. We want to play fast, and that's what we're going to do here at the Milk House. But I know that you have to be able to change things up on a nightly basis to be able to win a basketball game. And, I've taken my ego out of just playing pressure basketball the whole time. So, like I said, man, getting ready for this season, I worked a lot in the off season on working on zone defenses to be able to help my kids get over the hump.
Got you. Speaking about your schedule this year.
It's tough. We're losing. Being honest, we're losing Marcus Dockery and Darius Miles. Some of the games that we had already scheduled for this upcoming season was already there. Rob Nickens will play anybody, anywhere, anytime. That never changes here at the Milk House. So we kept them games. All it's going to do is prepare my kids to be ready to play in late February and early March. And that's why I kept the schedule the way it is. So, I can't predict what's going to happen, but the schedule's tough to get us better each and every night to be able to come out and play our style of basketball in late February. I've never, ever won a championship in December.
Got you. You said you lost 2 key players, but here at Roosevelt, we don't rebuild, we just reload. So who are some players that we should be looking out for this year?
Darius Buchanan returns. I mean, he's a football star and a big-time football athlete, but he's played here his last 4 years, and he's made a major impact for us on the inside. So I'm looking for, we call him Debo, I'm looking for Debo to have a big year. Aronde Johnson last year, I mean, the playoffs at Howard was the reason that we was able to play for 8th championship in 9 years, because the big fella played well down the stretch for us last year. You talk about Alvin, Judd, AJ, people forget Marcus Dockery had a 40-point game at Wilson in the States, but AJ had 27 that night on the road at Wilson in the state playoff game, and I thought he grew up that night. So with him returning, we're looking for him to have a monster year. And then we brought in the Muhammad twins, man. They're very, very good basketball players. By them playing in the WCAC last couple of years, I think that experience will rub off and help some of our younger kids grow up early. And just being able to play the style of play that we want to play, I think their experience will help us. And we have other guys. I mean, I like I like young kid Lamar Kane. Marty, he can really shoot the basketball. And I mean, there's a host of other youngins we have, man. Keyshawn Bullock and some other guys that people really don't know about. But I think them kids would definitely, contribute. And I mean, when you talk about, one guy that I'm glad he's back is Miko Reeves. I mean, Miko played well for us last year as a junior. I mean, he's been starting for me since he was a sophomore. He's experienced in the DCIAA. And he's a kid that can go off and have a 25, 30-point night on any given night. So to be able to have that ace card in my back pocket gives Theodore Roosevelt a chance to be good regardless of what the situation, happens any night.
Got you. You've been around DCIAA basketball for a long time now. How you feel about DCIAA basketball now?
I think, the parity in the city, every year wavers. You're going to have teams that's going to be strong on a yearly basis, and you have teams that are getting better every year. Like I said, this is my 25th year coaching in the DCIAA. I think I want to first of all thank God for giving me the opportunity to still be doing something that I love to do, because I understand that this can end fast. So for him to give me the opportunity to still be coaching 25 years in, man, it's a blessing from God, and I want to thank God for that. The league is strong. Hernandez at Wilson is playing a national schedule. I take my hat off, and I have a lot of respect for the schedule that they have. They playing, thinking the Palm City Classic down in Florida. They playing IMG and some classics and some other tournaments up here. So Wilson's playing a powerful schedule. We're playing a powerful schedule. I know Ali at McKinley Tech, he always plays a powerful schedule. My best friend Damon Singletary at Dunbar, he's playing a tough schedule. So if you look at our league, and if you go back and looking over the last couple of years, even when Vaughn Jones was at Coolidge, he played a national schedule. Trey Mines at H.D. Woodson, he played a national schedule. So the DCIAA does not duck anybody. And that's, what people don't understand. We come out here on a nightly basis. We don't always have the best talent, but we find a way to make it up for our lead and play the best. And that's something that, you have to give coaches in this league credit for. I mean, even with Charlie Moe was at Cardoza, he played a strong schedule. And that's something that, I know I'm going to continue to do as long as the head basketball coach at Theodore Roosevelt, or I coach any other place ever. I will play the toughest schedule I can play, because you want to have your kids ready to play come late February.
Gotcha.
Do you feel like DCIAA gets the respect it deserves as far as in the area?
No, but I think when you knock off some of the teams that we've knocked off over the years, that people recognize what you do. I mean, I remember a couple of years ago we played West Charlotte. They had the boy Kennedy Meeks, went to Carolina. He was ranked number 7 in the country. We knocked them off. You look at us playing Montrose Christian when they was ranked 14th in the country, number 1 in the area. We knocked them off in the More Than Basketball Classic. You just get an opportunity to play against some of the best people. I remember when Vaughn traveled to Hawaii and almost beat the number 1 team in the country. I mean, when he was at Coolidge. You just have your moments where you get an opportunity to play them teams. Last year we went to St. Louis and we beat 2 nationally ranked teams over the Christmas holiday. You have to play them games. The games are going to be there. You can't duck competition. You can't duck this. You can't duck that. The conference is tough, night in, night out. You know, I seen Ballou this summer. They got some tremendous athletes at Ballou. Nobody's talking about Ballou, but Rob Nickens knows about Ballou. You have to be prepared to play anybody on any given night, and you get a one-shot situation in our league to beat them. And when you see them in the playoffs, man, you face an elimination against teams, so you have to be ready. So, yeah, our league doesn't, I don't think, get the credit that it should get, but the DCIAA has been around for a long time, and we will continue to have people talk about our programs.
Got you. Coach Rob, thank you. Good luck with the upcoming season.
Thank you, Joe.
If I'm guarding you, hey, somebody guard Twin Hurricane, man. And you running him through here with your brother. Come on. We going through here. Give him a screen so you can get open. At the second level, Ron Day, what is your job? Nothing gets behind you or what else? Huh? You want to keep the basketball in front of you. They're deeper in the coffee corner. So come on, Ron. Come on, AJ. In a perfect world, I do not want this guy to get open. But if he does get open, your job is to make him catch the basketball 94 feet from the basket with his back turned. Same thing on the other side of Ron Day. You want to make this guy run the baseline. You want to make this guy catch the basketball in the corner with his back turned to the basket.
We live on Who's Mizzou Network. Who I got right here?
Ron Johnson, class of 2020, big man.
Got you, big man. What are some skills and what's your role here on the team?
My skills are to rebound. I can boogie in the post. And my role is to rebound out loud, help my team.
Got you. What are some of your team goals this year?
Win the championship. You know, show some of my upcoming guys, Jason Savoy, Amadi, Lee Kane, the Muhammad twins new to the team. Show them the role, show how to do boogie.
Got you. Any individual goals you got?
To be honest, to show everybody that even though I'm a 6-foot big man, I can boogie.
Got you. Speak about your game. You know, so basically you're saying since you're a 6-foot big man, people sleeping on you. That's what you basically. So like, speak about your game. How you feel about your game?
I mean, I can boogie. I'm big. I know how to use my weight on and off the court. I play football, so I know what to do.
Got
I know
you.
how to control it.
Got you. What are some things y'all did in the all season to prepare y'all for this season?
I mean, some of us we played in the little neighborhood tournament colors over there. You know, we played teamed up. I played against some of them. Over the summer, I played with one of the guys on the same AAU team. You know, we did our thing. That's basically it.
Got you.
Out off the early.
Got you. For this upcoming year, what can we be expecting from the Roosevelt Rough Riders?
I mean, only thing that matters for us playing in March
Got you.
and going to States.
Got you. I got you. One time, thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak with you. One time before we get up out of here, shout out Who's Mizzou Network for me.
Shout out Who's Mizzou Network.
Thank you. We live on Who's Mizzou Network. Who I got right here?
2019, Real Muhammad, point guard. Jamal Muhammad, 2019, point guard.
I see y'all on transfers in from Curl. How does it feel to be in the DCIAA with Roosevelt?
I mean, it feels good. I mean, I heard it's more like freelance type of league, and you get to really do what you do, and I'm gonna take advantage of that. Yeah, like same thing you said, like you get to play more, like play your game more, and contribute more. So, yeah.
How do y'all feel about your new coach, Coach Rob?
He's a good coach. He really pumps his kids up and gives them more confidence. Yeah, like he's very encouraging. He just want to win.
What aspects do y'all bring to the team? Like, what's some of y'all skill sets?
I bring on-ball pressure, and I can go to the racket with him and make the open shot from time to time. I basically run the team, and I like to get my teammates involved with scoring when I need to. I'm scrapping at defense.
Gotcha. What are some things y'all worked on in the off season?
Definitely my jump shot. I'm trying to get more consistent. Yeah, basically just tighten my handle. My jump shot and just having like a better feel for the game. my
Gotcha.
IQ is up.
Got you. Do y'all have any individual goals for this upcoming season?
My individual goal is I'm trying to win as many games as possible. That's really, I'm not too big on individual goals. I'm trying to win games.
Got you. So what's your team goals then? Because you sound like a team player, so what are your team goals?
I know last year they came short, so I'm trying to get over the hump this year. And I feel like we can go with the team. But I'm trying to get the championship and get states too. Also,
Got you. What school y'all transfer from?
Archbishop Carroll.
Okay. Okay. You know, welcome. You know, I'm an alumni here at Roosevelt. I actually played for Coach Rob myself. You know, welcome to the family. You know, y'all new additions. Y'all coming from the WCAC, one of the toughest conferences in the country. So I'm looking forward to seeing you all play. I saw you all play in y'all scrimmage against Bethesda. I was impressed. So, you know, from me to y'all, good luck. Wish y'all the best. What do y'all think Roosevelt got to do to get over that hump? Like you said, y'all came up short. Y'all coming here for a reason. Y'all coming here for a purpose, you know. So what do Roosevelt got to do to get over that hump?
We just gotta play scrappy. It's all about defense. I know we're gonna be small this year, so just playing scrappy and making shots. Really exactly. Like putting a lot of pressure on the ball and making shots.
Got you. You said we small, so what we lack in size, we make it up in what?
Speed.
Got you, man. Thank y'all for giving me the opportunity. Good luck. We live on Who's Mizzou Network. Who I got right here?
Alvin Judge, senior, power forward, small forward.
Got you, Mr. Judge. What are some of your team goals this year?
Basically, like, finish off the season strong, won the championship, been in the last 2 years straight, lost to the same team. Pretty much just try to get that back, you know.
Got you. You got any individual goals?
No, not really. I mean, actually, yeah, I do. I want to try to, like, get on, like, first team DCIAA, all that stuff, you know. Just, like, push myself every game, try to do that.
Got you. What are some things you worked on the off season about your game?
All season, I just worked on my ball handling, shooting, and scoring, try to score in transition, any different speed.
Got you. You're a senior now. Speak about being one of the seniors on the team and the role a senior supposed to have as far as leadership and leading this team.
Being a senior on the team is kind of hard since everybody's on the team like around the same age as you, so it's like kind of hard trying to get everybody to, like, you know, stay focused and listen. And we all be goofing around 24/7 with each other. But other than that, it's pretty much just like trying to, like, show an example for everybody else. You know.
Got you. What you think your role is here on the team?
I'm not really sure right now.
Got you. Well, from what I see, you are all-purpose type of player. You know, you rebound, you bring energy, you can score, you can check the best player on the opposing team. So you like a versatile player for your team. What are some things y'all did in the off season as far as like team building and building chemistry?
Off season, we just like try to test each other's skills in different summer league. Like people that normally don't like bring the ball down, we try to like get them to bring the ball down more often. Get them to have their confidence in each other. So when it comes down, like crunch time, nobody be scared to take their shots. And everybody has the confidence to make it.
Got you. What do Roosevelt got to do to get over that hump? You said you've been to 2 championships back to back, lost to the same team. What do Roosevelt got to do to finally get over that hump and get that monkey off their back?
Pretty much just stay disciplined and like just don't give up on each other. A lot of the games we gave up on each other when we didn't need to. Last year, we was at home, gave each other early, got blown out. But around the end of the season, we started to like understand that everybody can pretty much get a bucket. So.
Yep. Coach Rob mentioned your coming out party game last year in the States against Wilson. You know, he said that was your coming out party. You really grew up that game. So just know that teams will be focusing on you this year, and you are one of the players that teams are trying to stop. So just keep that in mind too as well. One time before we get up out of here, just shout out Who's Mizzou Network for me.
Shout out to Who's Mizzou Network.
Thank you.
Also, we're not allowing what? Straight line passes, number one thing. We don't want to allow a straight line pass. So, come on, Darius, come straight down. No, come straight to them down the middle. We don't want to allow this pass. We want to make it difficult for you to throw the ball in bounds. So, if Jason's coming this way and Darius goes that way, We want it to be a pass where he has to hook it to throw the ball in back.
We live on Who's Mizzou Network. Who I got right here?
We got class of 2019 point guard Miko Reeves.
Got you, Mr. Reeves. What are some of your team goals this year?
Team goals to make it back where we finished last year. You know, we fell short last year in the championship to Wilson, so we're trying to make it back and hopefully get a dub.
Got you. You got any individual goals?
Individual goals, I would like to average, you know, more than 15, more than 5 assists, and just make sure I make first team or second team.
Got you. What you think your role here is on the team, and what do you bring to the table here for the Rough Riders?
I think my role is to be a leader, you know, make sure everybody in the team doing what they're supposed to do, make sure our guys on the bench step up, and, you know, make sure the team is well organized.
Got you. What are some things you worked out in the offseason?
I make sure I get my shot proficient, mid-range and three-point line, make sure I can finish it by the rim and get my handle tight. Got you.
You're a senior this year, so you know your teammates is looking for leadership from you, more scoring, just a little bit more everything. You getting more minutes now. Just speak about being a senior and, you know, being the leader on your team this year.
Being a leader, it means everything to me for being one of those guys that everybody look up to. Taking the last shot and everything, you know, something I've been dreaming about. So I'm ready to step up to the table and be that man for the team.
Got you. I believe you is ready to step up to the challenge and accept that challenge. I most definitely tuned in. I'm checking you out. You feel me? I believe in you, man. I believe in you. You could carry the load, my brother. So just know. What are some things y'all did in the all season, you know, to like help y'all build team chemistry?
Well, first, we all knew each other, but we made a group chat. You know, every time somebody went out, we always went out with them. We always traveled as a group. You know, just became good friends. You know, together, make sure our chemistry was good off the court. Got
you. What do Roosevelt got to do to get back to the DCIAA title game and finally get that monkey off y'all back? Y'all lost 2 years in a row. Actually, 3 years in a row, if you really think about it. So, yeah, you know, just speak about that.
Defense, we got big dogs on the floor. Last year, I feel like we wasn't hungry enough. You know, we played lots of things because of the big names, but right now we got dogs that we don't care about that. We ready to just get after them.
Got you, man. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak with you, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Another great year to milk out. Love the challenges in front of us. We know we got doubts. Everybody knows that. But I believe in this group. We got to get ready to play basketball on a nightly basis. Do that, I'll be fine. Believe in yourself too. We want the challenge. The challenge for a long time. We want the challenge. I love this group. I love this group. But I'm going to need you to play with the love in your heart like you're playing for that every night. Everybody hear me? Yes, sir. Everybody stand. Yes, sir. Tomorrow,